Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the October Patreon exclusive. So I started supporting the Double Agent on Patreon myself. So that gave me the opportunity to rate the fall top 20. So I've decided to just take that exact week and do it myself, because then it creates no extra work and I have all these opinions in front of me already and it will be very easy to make. Now, I've mentioned before why I never actually do top 20 ranks, and the answer is very simple. It's just that somewhere between 20 to 50% of the list I don't care to talk about ever. And what'll happen is I'll listen to it and think, okay, that's a song. It's not really an interesting song. There's not really much I care about. There's nothing I want to continue exploring with this song. So I've never done this, and we'll get there. There are those songs in this list too, but it's an easy thing to do. I think it'll be fun for me to rank it. And, I can't stress how convenient this is, that this is right in my lap. So, of course, I'm going to do this. This is great. So we are looking at October 3rd. If you don't know, that's the Billboard Top 20 we're going to look at. If you want to, pause the video and look at it real quick just to know what's coming, I guess you can do that. I will be using Ethan's scoring, just that simple 0 to 5 rating. At the end, I don't have anything to say about the score itself. Basically, it'll just be there on the screen, but as we go, I'll provide the total as we're going, so you can see what I think of October 3rd's list compared to Ethan's, I guess. It's just going to be the same. I'm going to do the exact same thing. And the game that you're seeing was again picked by the $7 patrons. You see, I didn't look at what game it was before I started recording, so I'm just gonna ramble while I look at my page and tell you who was in front. It looks like I'm doing Overwatch. Okay, well, we got some Overwatch footage here. That's pretty good. Good excuse for me to clean out my capture gallery because I haven't played Overwatch in multiple years, but hopefully that'll look funny, the fact that you're seeing, a lot of pre-update Overwatch stuff. Before we go, this is a real quick thing, but there is a pretty big spoiler in here. I know you'll be happy to probably see what I ranked as the best song of October 3rd. You'll be like, whoa, dog, what are you doing? And I'll explain myself, but if you don't want to be spoiled, I guess you can save this video until February, because that's why you support me on Patreon, is for me to tell you to not watch these Patreon exclusives until February. Anyway, let go. This song is not better than Someone You Loved. I'm not hearing that fucking argument. This song is 10 times worse. I kind of hear what people are saying about how the first one was kind of aimless and stupid and bad. But the thing is about the lyrics is that they don't matter to me if I can't get over the song itself. The thing about Before You Go is that there is nearly no moment where Capaldi sounds unlistenable. Basically through the whole song, it's a shitpost. And I don't care if there's some kind of delicate production that works better in other ways. It still sounds way less than mediocre. Even the fact that it seems to be produced kind of okay, it just does not sound good. It sounds kind of shitty. And then you have Capaldi, who's pretty much the worst singer, excluding that one fun song that's gonna get a little bit worse than this. But he has 2 hits. She's not gonna have another hit. He might have more hits, as frightening as that is. We've got 2 top 10 hits already for the fucking guy. He's 2 for 2. What are we doing? Are you kidding me? And the other thing is I still have not listened to this song all the way through. I can't do it. I physically can't do it. It is so bad that even yesterday I tried. It came on from the start and I said, let me sit through it. And every time he gets to that high-pitched black hole nightmare of his voice, I can't do it. I have to turn it off. It hurts to listen to. It is physical pain. So no, it's not better than Someone You Loved. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm a pop star, not a doctor.
Drake's a pretty good artist. I like him a lot. Popstar, I think, is the response to Rockstar in many ways, except this is just horrible. That chorus, what is that guy doing? It's bad. It's got a lot of bad lines. And DJ Khaled, why even put your name on this? This is not a production to brag about. It's really cookie cutter. Plenty of people can do this. I'm sure there are a ton of people who make songs that sound exactly like this. Why is his name top billed? Why does he think this is impressive? It's not. And it's not the first time he's done this. It's just a bad response record. There's no point.
Baby.
So talk about there being absolutely nothing. I understand that this is probably a little bit of an overreaction, but Laugh Now, Cry Later, I hear from time to time. I have a hip-hop and R&B station in my radio rotation, and I think it was either the second time I heard this song or through the first time I heard this song where the horn line became such a flat line and so formulaic. I have to call this song a zero. This is the Lose Somebody of 2020. This song absolutely has no reason to exist. It doesn't do anything different. It's not any kind of artistic statement. It is literally just, this is a hit I can make. Hey, Lil Durk, congrats for your top 5 hit, man. I'll drag you all the way to the top. This song just is not anything. And then even calling it something the same, the trumpet line is now just annoying to me. Man, music is not supposed to be like this. It's supposed to matter. It's supposed to be important. And it's the reason that I've gone so hard into Drake over the last 4 years. It's just, why do we keep this guy around if this is the best he's got? He's fucking with our time, and I'm sick of it. And Lil Durk is embarrassing. He's an embarrassment. His verse is basically just kissing ass to people who are making it better than him for good reason. DaBaby, I don't really like that much, but he's better. It's just worthless. I don't like this either. Look at all these potential worthless songs we have. Thanks, Drake. I appreciate that after that really bad album that already has a fucking god-awful song on it, now there's 2 more. I'm so happy. I'm so happy for the end of the year.
Savage love.
So, yeah, we've made it 10 years, and we still have Jason Derulo. Not only do we still have Jason Derulo, we now have Jason Derulo with a number 1 hit. And man, I have been waiting for a long time to say that I've honestly never had anything against Jason Derulo. I know that he really is just a copycat of Chris Brown, but I've always thought he's been fine, harmless. Savage Love is the song where I finally hear it. He sounds so fucking bad. He sounds strained. He sounds obnoxious. He is a really bad Chris Brown ripoff. And then you got Jaw 365 or whatever number's behind him, because I'm not going to look it up. Siren Beat is the right way to classify this. It pulses through your skull. It's pretty dang annoying. I don't think it's a 0 because upon the months of listening to it, it's kind of just been there. It's really bad, but I don't really get mad at it anymore. It's still just god-awful, but it's just Savage Love. Whatever. Next station, please. What do you want me to fucking say? I cannot believe that this is still hanging around. It's still here. Like, why? Why do we still care about Roses? Fine, the beat is kind of bouncy, but I find it really annoying. And I don't like what Imanbek did to St. John's voice. And at the same time, I'm going to come back a little bit on the original. I still think it's pretty good. It's not, like, amazing. But still, there was something there. This song, it just strips of everything. Why are we still doing this? Get it out of my fucking face. I don't want this song anymore.
Shorty be catching mood swings.
I would like to welcome you all to Forgettable Land. These are a bunch of songs that are in one ear and out the other. That's Mood Swings. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke. But your song is not anything good. I'm sorry. it allows me to go into this rant about the top 20. Songs like this don't matter. You hear them in passing, and then you say, oh, that was a song. It wasn't really that bad, but I never want to hear it again. Songs like this, I usually have absolutely nothing to say about. And that's why coming up with this top 20 would be so hard if I wrote it, because I don't want to sit in front of my notebook for a week trying to figure out how to write 8 songs because they're just kind of there. I don't want to talk about them. That's mostly the case, which we'll get into when I get into the 2 tier a little bit better. But this one actually does have something very special that I would like to talk about, even though the rest of it, I could not care less.
Every time I fuck without a rubber, I nutted on the covers.
This song is about fucking your bedspread, and I find that really funny. Funny enough that it's not a 0, but I mean, we just don't have that song about having sex with your bed. That's really cool. Other than that, I don't care, and you probably shouldn't either.
Like a thief in the night, look.
This one doesn't have a memorable line about bed sex, so it's a little better because I'm not appalled by such a stupid line. Other than that, I don't remember a goddamn thing about this song. I can't tell you anything about it. All I can tell you is rip Pop Smoke, and that's it. Ugh, gross song. The shit is annoyingly loud. It is disgusting. It's nothing close to Before He Cheats, a American classic. At the same time, I find it very easy to ignore. I know you guys know me, and this happens a lot with my worst lists, where there's songs that dominate other people's, and then they don't even become honorable mentions on mine. I hope will probably be a dishonorable mention. I really don't care about it. The only thing I get passionate about is I want Charlie Puth to go the fuck away.
Lemonade, my neck was tripping.
Colin Tilley, your boner is showing. It's amazing. He's got his little music video channel, and finally, he's named a song Lemonade. I mean, look at him. Whoa. You know what's great? That's the only interesting thing about the whole song, is that it's called Lemonade. I guess it's got Gunna. I don't know, guys. I don't care about the song. I can tell you that I Hope is worse than it, but I don't really think it's anything that you should look at. So fuck you, Lemonade.
What's poppin'?
I actually hear What's Poppin' a lot. You'd be surprised, but it has a mainstay on that hip-hop and R&B station. And I'm actually really floored by how creative Jack Harlow is. Like, a lot of these lines are really interesting. I love the John Stockton line. I don't know why, but that puts a grin on my face every time. I really like the beat, too. That fast and fun piano riff is really interesting to me. I enjoy it greatly. I think this song is a 4. The remix is not nearly as good. Thanks, remix culture.
Holy, 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 holy.
This is the nicest, useless song of all time.
Wop, wop, wop.
I will say this until the end of time. I respect this song more than I like it. I have the exact same thoughts as I did in September. Nothing's changed. It's the same. It could be a lot better, but I respect what they did. This still just doesn't do anything for me. I think I can explain this away right now, hopefully, why it doesn't work. Honestly, I think it's Post Malone. I don't think Post works with this. I know it's kind of his vibe to be that acoustic guitar, delicate rock kind of vibe, but I don't think it vibes well. I think he kind of has a little bit too jagged of a voice for this. He could be a little bit more beautiful with the singing, or he could be a little bit less vibrato at some points, and I just kind of think it's fine. There's other people that could have done this better. For example, if this was a Harry Styles song, I think this would maybe be my favorite Harry Styles song. Adore You is kind of shooting up, in my opinion, so maybe not, because I think Adore You's probably got a better backing than Circles does. But still, I think if Harry did this, I would like it a lot more. It's just about growth. There isn't growth with Circles like I had with Adore You. And I've been hearing these songs somewhere close to the same amount of time, except, I mean, Circles has for sure been on the chart longer, but I should have had that come to Jesus moment at some point. I've been editing with this song, I've had headphones on, and it's still just it's just fine. A little bit less so because I'm kind of sick of hearing it. While Adore You, it's getting microscopically better every time I hear it. Just little baby increments, but I feel it a little more. And Circles just isn't that. It's the best song in this tier. Can we give it that?
Ain't nobody got to go crazy.
I'm sorry again. I'm sorry that 2 Patreon videos in a row I'm talking about Chris Brown positively. This song sounds really nice, but in the way that I rated it, and hopefully at the beginning of the video, I put up that More Life ranking system so you understand how I rate 0 through 5. 3 is an ignorably good number. I think this song is ignorably good. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I don't think it does anything exceptionally well. I just think it's pretty good. It sounds nice. That's it. You can move on. If I hear it on the radio, I'll probably stop on it and just kind of bump along, but that's about it.
Watermelon sugar high.
Oh, chorus! Where are you?
Come and go.
Marshmello is a plague on our charts, but this is kind of light Marshmello. It makes it better than a lot of the annoying tracks that he has usually. For sure, the fact that this is a song with Jared made him try harder. And that's what's good, is that I think he tried. I really don't love the drop, but he tried. And that's what's a lot better about it. And it's my favorite Jared song. It's probably always going to be my favorite Jared song. I have a soft spot for Robbery now, but it sounds great. I just want you to imagine Kygo doing this song. It would have been a 5 if Kygo did this song. It would have been a lot better. I still can't explain to you how much I love the chorus, but... So I'm finding that the more I resist Dynamite, the more I kind of like it. It's pretty easy for me to be exposed to this, considering the fact that it's on like somewhere between 20 to 30% of the commercials I watch while I'm watching football is that Dynamite will show up on a Galaxy S ad and Dynamite will show up in a Hyundai ad. This song really does hop cultures very easily. It is very easy to like, and this is where I'm going to complain about it a little bit as a 4, is that I don't like that this song is in English. I think I would like it a lot more if it was in Korean. I appreciate that they're doing this. They're really trying to come to this audience and just be like, hey, look, here's a fun pop song. It's even in English. Some of their inflections are really awkward. And it sounds like they learned English phonetically. And they're just kind of trying to say the sounds, and they have no idea what they're saying. That might be true. I don't know that for a fact. I'm honored if they tried to learn our stupid, useless, garbage language, but it just doesn't sound right. And every time I kind of have those slight twinges when I hear them say something like Rolling Stone, and there's these really jagged accents on the edges of words. I'm not trying to deter from the song. It's a very good song. I highly enjoy it, and yet I just wish they did it in Korean, because I think I would have enjoyed it more. Because frankly, I think this is better than Boy With Love by a lot. And I know that there's a little bit of English in that, but in that same way, it's like, when they say, now let's go. I love that. That sounds great. It's just when there are verses and they have to say a lot of English words, it's like, oh, please. Don't misunderstand me, guys. I think it's very good. But again, I'm the guy who hates Dance Monkey. I think inflection is a big part of singing. It needs to sound right, and if it doesn't sound right, it really does deter from the overall end product.
Why you always in the mood?
Mood is a better Roxanne. It's Roxanne, except it is better in every way. Production, performances, replayability, enjoyment, shame. It's the most important one. There's no shame with liking Mood, I believe. And yes, I'm even saying this considering that one of the performers is kind of a Juice WRLD ripoff. But unlike Trevor Daniel, he's good at it. Even I wouldn't say that it's just that he's good at it. I didn't notice it until Ethan brought it up. And I thought, yeah, he's right. He does actually sound a lot like Jared. I feel the vibe of the performance that he's giving off. He's not just doing it because he doesn't know what else to do. It fits this really well. It's already a sarcastic song about a guy who's kind of annoyed with what a girl's doing. At least I think that's what it's about, because I'm not very good at paying attention to lyrics until I stare at the lyrics on Google. But, I'm pretty sure this guy's annoyed and, he's kind of putting in that kind of kid-like vibe. And I like it a fucking lot. This is a 5. I think this song's a fucking 5. And back to it being kind of a mirror image of Trevor Daniel, a lot of it is, maybe the production. It's not that really annoying. Obviously, we're making a Juice WRLD song. This song is so much more fun than that era of Juice WRLD that people are ripping off. But, mostly he sounds natural when he's doing it. Trevor Daniel's like, that staccato nonsense. No. When you're flowing and you're making it sound good, it's better. It's just a lot better. This thing is it's elegant. I love it. I'm happy it came along. A little tidbit is that I think this year's kind of tapered off at the end a little bit, which, you'll probably see that in this ranking. I still think it's better than 2015, just because instead of it going, it hasn't gone into the ground. I think it's just kind of evening out to slightly above average. And I can't argue with a year that started out phenomenally well and then ended being pretty good. Yeah, this is still for sure the worst song I've ever heard. I fucking hate the song. It's bad. It's terrible. Nah, I'm just kidding. You don't need to hear me sing Blinding Lights praises. I already have to struggle enough at the end of the year to think of new ways to praise Blinding Lights. So we'll see when we get there. So it's fucking Blinding Lights. Blinding Lights. It's good. Maybe if you were, your account, your deck, you were seeing what I was putting where. Maybe when I revealed that number 2, you knew what my number 1 was. But, yeah, this is the spoiler. Seth in the kitchen is taking me places that I did not imagine I could go. This production destroys me. It rips me apart every time it comes on. I cannot believe how good it is. I love the simplicity in the bass around it. The treble, it just works. My fucking favorite moment in pop music this year. You can take your pick whether it's DaBaby's or Roddy Ricch's, the part right before the chorus, when he crushes the back end of the beat, and it's just the guitar, both of the vocalists, their part turns in this almost improvised, real moment. I get goosebumps every time. It's magical. I cannot describe how good Rockstar's production is. It fucking breaks me. I cannot believe how good it is. Who is this guy? Where the hell has he been my whole life? I'll do research for the best list. I'm sorry, guys. I'll figure out what Seth in the Kitchen does. And I just cannot believe how good DaBaby and Roddy Ricch are. Roddy Ricch already has a very good song that's also going to make the best list. And yet, I just love this song where it almost sounds like empty flaunting. But he's flowing with the beat so well. And DaBaby, it's not even close. Like, I've tried listening to Intro. I've given Zhizh another try. Every time he comes on, I try. He sounds sarcastic in most songs, and Intro, I just wasn't there for. I couldn't get into it. And this, it just meshes so perfectly together. This was a dream team up. It's perfect. I can't believe how well it works. I love Rockstar. It's so good. It's so good, I think it's better than Blinding Lights. Yeah, I'll take that to the bank. This is probably going to be a controversial opinion, but it's too good. It's just too good. So out of a total of 100 points, we got 46. I don't think that's a good impression of the year. Honestly, because I still think we're above average. But when you look at the top 20, how many 2s did I have on this list? 7? The year isn't like a Drake album. It's better than that. What I'm going to hear is going to be different and better. Because when you look at this list, there are 13 songs that are under that midway point and only 7 that are above. And yet, it's not that bad of a year. It's just the top 20 is a bad indicator of how things are going. Mainly for me, because I listen to radio a lot. But at the same time, it's like, you're going to be exposed to what you're exposed to. And fall ranked is weird. It's a weird thing to do, I mean, for God's sakes, at number 8, I was still complaining about how I couldn't get into a song. Come on. That shouldn't happen. Anyway, I thought that was fun. We'll see. I might keep doing this. I kind of like this as a Patreon exclusive because, people clamor for these top 20 ranks. And, it's fun to rank things. People enjoy ranking things. Of course, I enjoy ranking things. It's the whole reason I started doing the channel, honestly, was because I ranked things. And I was like, well, I like music the most, so why don't I rank music? I'm going to do that. Todd's got top 10s. That's a pretty good idea. And now, I'm like the 30th most famous music reviewing critic on YouTube. So that's pretty cool, right? All right, anyway, thank you again, everybody. I'm still awestruck by this whole Patreon thing. I love it. I'm happy to make this stuff for you. And I hope you guys enjoy it. But for me now, it's time to get into that worst list.